Hi everyone, welcome back to R&R Sugarloaf Farm. So today we are collecting DNA on the bucks. It's a simple deal. We are sending it in to ADGA. I will show you the paperwork here in a little bit, but this is how we collect the DNA and so that it can be on file. And we're gonna do this on all 5 of our bucks. We've already done Jean-Luc, but I will show y'all on Scout, Q, Chunk, and Huckleberry on doing this. And we are not collecting DNA at this point in time on Bordeaux or S'mores. Okay guys, so we're gonna do Scout first. Mainly you want to get an envelope and some tweezers. And what we do, because you have to have somewhere between 40 to 50 strands of hair, which includes the root. And so what we do is down at the foot.
That's this right here. Down
At the hoof base. Hey, Q, go on. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take our tweezers. You can back up the camera some.
No, we're good. We're good.
Calvin.
We're good.
Okay.
Gotta have it focusing.
So we are gonna take the tweezers. We're gonna pull out, and as you can see, right there, the bulb, the root of the hairs. And we're gonna do this until it's a long process, just because not a whole lot comes out at one time. But we're gonna do this until we get about 40 strands. Okay. So if you look in here, I believe that we've probably got about 40 strands for Scout. So we're gonna make sure that we get all the hairs off of our tweezers, and we're gonna move on to the next buck. Okay, so the reason why I like to do these envelopes, the pre-stick ones, is you just, once you have your strands, you just pull it back and you seal it, because you don't want any other contaminants to get in there. And then I'll show y'all whenever we fill out the paperwork on what goes into mailing it off.
Tell me so much when. Maybe it's just one hair at a time.
Here, you trade with Calvin. Okay.
No, you go. You go.
Okay, alright.
I ain't gonna be any taller sitting here. On this season of CSI Arkansas.
Oh God. Did you just put that in there?
God. Yes.
Okay, so one of the things that if you're by yourself trying to do this, you can put the goats on the stand. Hey, would you stop?
No.
Stop. One thing that you need to so I have help that gets the
Not
dirty,
good help.
the dirty end of the job.
My jacket needs washed again. Something's happening.
Okay, what I was trying to say a minute ago.
Before you're really interrupted by a goat.
Yeah.
Which one?
Okay. So, if you're by yourself and needing to do this, then you can put them on the stand, on your milk stand or whatever, and you can have them isolated that way. But if not, if you have help like I've got, then utilize it. We pull the hair from we pull the hair from watch it, Calvin. And this is so making bloopers, but anyway, so we pull the hair from down here at the hoof base of the foot, mainly because, all right, is that enough?
That's enough.
Okay. Ow! He landed on my foot.
How do you switch to selfie mode? Apparently, Chunk thinks there's a lot of junk in my trunk. As well as Calvin's trunk.
This was formerly R&R Sugarloaf Farm YouTube channel because my husband and son are not going to be able
Are we sure about that?
to get by with this. Okay. And I have, hopefully I don't have missing strands of hair. Okay. If you're, just give me another go. Alright, so if you're by yourself, and Huckleberry is the smartest one out of them all, the only person that he likes is me. Hi, bud. God. And this is what you do not do on the farm.
What we got going on here?
Well, we're gathering dino DNA.
Goat.
Well, if I had my way, goats would go by the way of the dinosaurs.
Extinct.
Extinct.
Okay, so Huckleberry is our last buck that we're going to collect. And the older the bucks are, especially on the bucks, the thicker and coarser their fur is. So it's taken me just a few minutes longer to collect his than on the others because they are younger. One thing that I wanted to let y'all know. Okay. You think that's enough?
Bleep, 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 bleep. That's all, folks.
Okay.
Thank you for coming to Arkansas CSI Dino DNA Gathering Set Services.
Okay, so that concludes this video on the buck DNA collection. It's really easy, it's simple. It's the paperwork is the most detailing thing about it, which even the paperwork is simple, and I will show y'all on how to fill one out here in a minute.
And remember, it's all about the details.
Okay, y'all, so I'm going to share on how with ADGA you fill out a DNA form. It's really simple. So they're going to email this to you. It's going to have your individual typing, and then you're going to have another one with your parentage verification. It's going to have the goat's information here, date of birth, what type they are. This is where it's going to. This is actually where we will mail it to. And then, okay, so whenever you follow the instructions, they're pretty simple. You don't write on this part of the form. You wash and dry your hands before you collect. Use, get hair from a clean area, which we did. Obviously, if the bucks were, muddied up and stuff, we would wash them or collect from a different area. But they weren't. Pull out the 20 to 40 strands, which I always try to get about 40. And then you put it in the regular letter size envelope, which we've got. And then we'll put the registration number on there. The VGL ID as assigned. It's the Veterinary Genetics Lab ID number, which this one right here. Oop. So that would be the VGL ID number because it is your veterinary genetics laboratory. And then you mail it in to the lab. You don't mail it into ADGA. And then you should get the results back within a couple of weeks, and then they'll make the correction on the goat's pedigree, and whenever that stuff comes in, I will show y'all. Okay, but that's pretty much it on how you collect the buck's hair for DNA, and we'll send it in. Okay, so that is how you get DNA samples from the bucks. You can do this on does as well through ADGA, the American Dairy Goat Association. But we are going to send their paperwork in through ADGA on our bucks. I believe it is after this year, 2023, that all herd sires need to be on DNA verification, or I'm saying that totally wrong. Verified. Thank you, Robert. Anyway, our plan for our farm is to where any bucks that leave our farm intact as registered bucks, we're going to pull DNA on them before they leave our property. I know this has been kind of a quirky video, but I hope y'all like it. Please hit that like and subscribe.
And I'm the star.
That's all, folks.
That's all, folks. Don't forget to like and subscribe to R&R Sugarloaf Farm. Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. Thank you. Good night.
We have an Instagram?
God bless. Yes.